Penn State Beaver is rich in grasses and different types of plants. For some majors, an extensive use and study of chemicals is required to further one's education. Even though that is true, the school's environment is affected by these chemicals. We interviewed the school's lab tech, Kimberly Wurst, and asked her a couple of questions on the subject.
Okay, we're here with Kimberly Wurst, our lab tech, and we're going to ask her some questions about the chemicals that we have on this campus. So to start, what is the most dangerous chemical that we have on campus?
I would say the most dangerous chemicals we have would be our concentrated acids and bases. Concentrated acids are known to eat metal, but also can burn your skin, and concentrated bases are corrosive, so they like to eat your flesh.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, blast.
On 2007, the Pew Center on Global Climate Change reported that greenhouse gas emissions increased by 16% and is recently rising, inflicting great environmental damage.
So what could improper disposal of any of these chemicals do to the environment?
Well, if you dump any kind of concentrated acid or base down the drain, you're going to really affect the balance of an ecosystem. Whether it be too heavy of a base and then it causes your pH to increase, or too much of an acid will cause your pH to decrease, and it can really affect the way that animals respond. Also, if you have any kind of heavy metals that would be dumped down the drain, that could cause heavy metal poisoning in water.
In experiments conducted by biologist Dr. Smith, a pH decrease of 1.4 is enough to disturb and possibly shift an aquatic community. We demonstrated the impact of improper disposal of chemicals on a plant, and the results were shocking.
So here I have a beaker of acid that I'm going to dump on this plant to demonstrate what could happen if we continually dumped acids and spilled them in the environment.
The acid proved to be detrimental to the plant, a small example of the negative effects these chemicals can have on our environment.
What can Penn State Beaver do to prevent something like this from happening here?
That's a good question, and hazardous waste disposal is a huge issue. So here at Penn State Beaver, we have satellite accumulation areas where any kind of hazardous materials that anyone accumulates from lab would dump. We have them separated into inorganic and organic waste. We have an outside hazardous waste company that comes twice a year to collect any of our hazardous waste, so we're sure that we're not dumping it down the drain, and we're trying to be as green and safe to the environment as possible.
And what precautions do we take in the labs to keep the students safe?
So in the labs, to keep the students safe, what we want every student to do is, if you notice that as soon as you enter the lab, if you're running a lab, you have to wear safety glasses and closed-toed shoes. And also they require you to wear long pants, I believe, so that also helps prevent any kind of chemical splashing or any accidents from happening. We also don't allow students to eat or drink in the lab, so that's why your professors, or sometimes you call them meanie pants, because they don't let you have your breakfast or your coffee in lab, but it is for your safety. We don't want you to spill any chemicals into your coffee, or we don't want you to get any chemicals or coffee into your chemicals that would require you to have bad results.
In the end, everyone can stop this chemical pollution. Increase overall awareness of chemicals spilled by spreading the word on the effects these chemicals have on our plants and overall environment. Reduce these spills by controlling the amount of acids and bases used in labs. Minimize wastage and reduce accumulation. We students have a commitment to the environment of our school, just as the school has a commitment to our safety.